All right, let's see if let's see who's gonna be first this time. There's a bit of a delay, but bro, the delay is brutal. It's like 20 seconds. Ooh, Shosho won this time. Damn. Shosho won this time. Okay, bro. Um, guys. No, Adib, you're third actually. It's Shosho. According to what I'm seeing here, it's Shosho first, Mr. R second, Adib, you're third. Fauci said he was the first to like. That's probably true. And Maximus said he's early today. So, guys, here's the problem I'm having. I restarted the last stream because there was a delay, like it was laggy. This one doesn't seem as laggy, but the delay isn't great. I don't know what to do, guys. I don't know. I don't like this poor quality. Well, how do you guys feel? Because the delay, from what I'm seeing, the delay is about 20 seconds. That's nuts. That's nuts. So, what do you guys think? You guys think you can deal with this for now? Just understand your like comments and reactions and stuff are going to be delayed, but so you need to lag in real life. Oh my gosh. Look at the DM I was second. Yeah, I'll get to it in a second. Adib, just bear with me. I'm just trying to fix this issue with the stream. The stream for some reason is just not great. It's not great. I don't know what to do. Oh, the delay is just 1 second for you? Okay, so how long ago did you type that comment? Because I just saw it like a second ago. So it's all good? Okay. Okay, all right, cool. If it's all good, we're going to keep it at that. All right, cool. As long as it doesn't give you anxiety. Nah, brother. By God's grace, I'm okay. Okay, cool. All right, so let's get to it then. Let's get straight to getting into this whole support and resistance type situation we've got going on. You know what I mean? Because it's important. What I'm trying to do now for every series is I'm trying to share with you guys the fundamental understanding of a lot of things, because when you build your strategy, it's usually a mix of different components from different strategies. So some of you will use support and resistance, maybe some elements of supply and demand. Some of you would just use SMC type concepts. It really depends on what you use. But for now, the delay is very bad for you, Adib. Pay your internet bill. Everybody else is okay. I'm just joking. Yeah, Adib, I honestly thought in the beginning that's what it was, but everybody says it's okay. So we're just gonna have to get through this, guys, or else we're not gonna get to do this. It's already 11:21. We're way late, way late. So I'm just gonna have to get through this. Show us chicken headbutt strategy in a sec. In a sec. Let me get to here first. All right, we're gonna go and talk about support and resistance today. Ludo said he can't type, by the way. Okay, got you. So Ludo's in here, he just can't type. Thank you for letting me know, Fauci. On that note, actually, let me get the Discord. And I can't text on the live for a reason. Let him know. Ludo, that's weird, but I'm gonna see if I can fix it. I just want to let me see if I can save this link here real quick. And then let me add this here. Guys, one sec. Just got to paste this for the people who are new, who might be joining us. All right, cool. So today we're going to talk about support and resistance. It's really, really important. All right, here's the concepts of support and resistance. I'm going to get rid of this. Should I do it on Nas? Okay, whatever. We'll do it here. That's fine. Support and resistance. That's today's topic. Support and resistance. My fault. Okay, support and resistance, very important. Okay, here are the things about support and resistance that are important in my opinion. No matter what type of trader you are, you could be SMC, ABC, XYZ, chicken headbutt, like we talk about as a joke. Doesn't matter what concepts you're trading, support and resistance is a key fundamental thing. Like you just can't ignore support and resistance because it's everywhere in your chart and it's something you're going to need. Here is the thing with support and resistance. What's good, Shakir? What's good? What's good? What's good? Okay, support and resistance will help you with a couple things. The first one is market structure. It's very important, especially on the higher time frames. It's very important to understand support and resistance. Now, while we're naming the benefits, let me give you an example of what support and resistance is. I'm going to draw this one out first. We're going to call this support. Okay. And then after, I will do resistance. So what is support? Somebody said the other day that with support and resistance, it's kind of like supply and demand. Supply and demand and support and resistance are the same. And I said no. Because where there is supply and demand, sometimes it's the first move without any previous touches or anything like that. And it can completely be a supply or demand zone without any touches. The thing that makes support and resistance different is that support and resistance has to have multiple touches. Okay? And I'm going to tell you guys today what makes a support level, what makes a resistance level is a minimum, right? It depends on who you are. But most people say 2 to 3 touches minimum. Okay? In other words, if you have price over here and you want to use this as a support, this is what most people actually call a double bottom. But to establish that as a support, most people usually wait for a third touch before they say, oh, all right, this is a strong zone that if price comes back to here, I could probably get in, take it for a 1 to 2, 1 to 3, whatever the case is. Okay? This is support and resistance. There's a minimum of 2 touches. Let me put that here. Minimum of 2 touches. Okay? Support, another word for support is this. Okay? Consider it a floor. What's happening is that when price is failing to break past a certain level on the downside, that becomes your support level. Okay? So what that means is that price is having a hard time breaking this level, and now this level that we've marked up here has become a support level to support this price point. Meaning, if price does come to this level, you have confidence that this level can support it and not break through. And this becomes important in other areas, but we're going to just keep it simple here. So this is what you call support. Resistance, as you can imagine, is the same thing, except at this point, it is the ceiling. Okay? When you have price continuously moving or touching a certain level towards the upside and not breaking, this is what you refer to as resistance. Meaning price is resisting the push to the upside. Price is not allowing the market is not allowing price to get past this point. Okay? So that's basically support and resistance. It's very simple. But you guys need to understand this to the T because it's going to help you with market structure. Sometimes, depending on what you're marking, that'd be the difference between you getting in a trade, not getting in a trade, you losing, and you winning. Now, I personally don't trade support and resistance, but I will. There's liquidity under support. Yes, that's the theory. But we'll talk about liquidity another day. And guys, let me tell you something about liquidity. That also always doesn't work. Because there is a theory that, yes, price is supposed to come down and take out every low, but sometimes it literally just hits support and goes up. And the reason why I'm teaching you guys these things is that, hey, Slick Rick, what's good? What's good? What's good? South Africa. Hey, Mumfundo, what's good, brother? South Africa is in the house for sure. All right. So the theory is that with liquidity, price is supposed to like sweep this or take it or whatever, but sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it just goes straight up. And you guys need to know why. If you guys are not understanding why price does what it does, then it doesn't matter what concepts you're trading. SMC, ICT, ABC, chicken headbutt, it doesn't matter. You're not going to really be the trader you need to be because you don't understand what's causing the market to move. So I'm teaching you today about supply, support and resistance. Yesterday was supply and demand, or Tuesday was supply and demand. Today, support and resistance. So again, 2 to 3 touches minimum to establish the support or resistance level, and this helps you with market structure. Okay, there's another thing too with support and resistance called break and retest. Okay. Thank you guys for liking the stream. I appreciate it. Break and retest. Okay. This is something we're going to be discussing today as well to give you an idea of what this is doing. But essentially, this is what this means. If price breaks through support, it means we're going down. There's a lot of traders who trade break and retest. Some of them just trade this, which is pure breakout. That's it. Straight up breakout. Okay? As in, as soon as price started breaking out here, they put their entry for a sell right here, stops maybe above the zone, above a next high, whatever the case is, and they just try and hold it to wherever. Some traders trade like this. I don't personally trade like that, but it is a strategy. Okay, so we're going to figure out how to use support and resistance and how to mark them up on charts. Remember, 2 to 3 touches minimum. All right, so I'm going to screenshot this because sometimes you guys ask for these things. I'm going to screenshot it. That way, if you ask for it, I can send it to you. All right, support and resistance. Now, we're going to go to a chart. I'm going to ask you guys for your participation now. I'm going to ask you, what chart should we backtest support and resistance on? Because we're supposed to be backtesting. Support and resistance is very simple in theory, but I'll get more into more complex things as we're backtesting. So what should we be backtesting? What pairs? Give me some suggestions. We're going to take whatever suggestions. First pair to reach 3 votes from the crowd. That's the one we're going to use. Yesterday was gold. And gold was literally the worst. Not yesterday. I keep saying yesterday. Tuesday was gold, and gold was literally the worst thing for supply and demand. All right, gold, EU. What else? What else? Let's not do gold just because we did gold the other day. So I don't think it's fair. A lot of people wanted to see other pairs being backtested. So let's do something other than gold. So for right now, I'm going to say the only option we got right now is EU. Someone said GU. So EU, GU. Okay. Let me write that over here. EU, GU, GJ, UJ, okay. Nizar, is that how it's pronounced? Nizar or Nizar? Nizar. Welcome to the stream, brother. GJ, okay. NQ, US 30. I'll just put US 30 because nobody will know why it is. Oil XTI. All right, what else? What else, people? We need one to hit 3 votes. Whichever one goes 3 votes first, that's what we're going to be testing on, support and resistance. Now, I'll say this right off the bat. Index pairs, they follow other factors as opposed to SPX. All right, cool. As opposed to other pairs, but we'll get to that in a sec. SPX, we'll just leave it SPX. Somebody said Bitcoin, BTC. Okay. So far, everybody has their own preference. But guys, we got to vote on one. So at some point, GU. Okay, so there's 2 for GU. Okay. 2 for GJ. Oops. Oh, wait, that's 3 for GJ, I think. No, I'm sorry. GU, GJ. There we go. Let's see. What else? We just need one more for each of those, or maybe other people can vote something else. What else? Help me help you guys. I know there's a bit of a delay, but help me help you. Which one do you want to backtest? BTC, US 30, my vote. Okay, so US 30 has 2. And now US 30 also has, and now BTC also has 2, I believe. All right, so we have a stalemate. First one to break one of these, that's what we're going to use. Which one should we backtest? Vote, people, vote. Or should I just put up a poll? Because y'all taking too long. Let me put up a poll. Israel. Welcome back, Israel. What's good? Okay, so that's 2 for NQ, actually. Oops. Okay. Bitcoin is still at 1. Slick Rick said US 30. Slick Rick, did you not also say US 30 before? Yeah, you already said US 30, so I can't count that. That's the same person. Come on, people. We're already out of time. Y'all got to choose. So that we can get to backtesting. US 30. Shakir said 3 for Bitcoin. Are you sure, Shakir? Let me see. Who first mentioned Bitcoin? Let's see. Bitcoin was first mentioned by Mufundo, then Shakir, then Mufundo and Shakir again. Nah, that's still 2, Shakir. Don't try and finesse me. You guys, all right, bro. At this point, I'm going to put up a poll. This is taking way too long. All right, we're going to do this poll. You guys got to vote, and that's it. Which pair should we trade? All right, so we have GU, then we have GJ, we have US30 / NQ, and then and then last but not least we have BTC. All right, y'all vote so we can get this going. Shakir's laughing. Whatever you guys vote, that's what we're gonna be using. Oh wow, it went from oh wow, back to GU, back to NQ. Damn. There's 8 people in here. Let's try and get at least 6 to 7 votes. Couple more votes, guys. Couple more votes, and that's it. Let's at least get to 6. Unless, okay, there you go, 6 votes. So, oh wow, that changed real quick. Oh wow, GU now is winning. 7 votes at GU. GU is the one that won with majority votes. We're going to backtest GU. All right, guys. If you didn't win today, don't be salty. It's all good. We will get another chance to win. So GBP, GBP USD, and let's use. Who do we like to use? Let's do Fusion. I like Fusion. All right, perfect. Let me see if there's anything to delete on here. Oh, 101 drawings. So we already used that. GBP USD. Let's use FXCM. Anything to delete on here? 20. We'll remove 20. That's cool. All right. Let me go back to 1 minute. We're going to go back, and then we're going to... Actually, no. Let's do this. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Why is my thing frozen? Okay. Just crazy work. All right. So where are we at? It's Thursday. Let's go to replay tool. Let's go to random. And let's see where we end up. Random. All right. This is November 22nd. Let's go back a bit more. Friday, November 8th. I think that's good enough. All right, cool. So what we're going to do, guys, the first exercise we're going to do, LOL, Shakira, did you think you're smart? But guess what? FM is smarter. I'm in fam. So it's good, Dean. Hey, Dean, long time no see, bro. Wagwan, brother. All right, okay, guys, we got the whole family here. Seems like some people still missing, but it's all good. I know Ludo is in here, just can't type. So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to look at support and resistance. We're going to be backtesting. And support and resistance is not personally like people use it as a strategy, but here's what I want to say about this as well. All right, support and resistance works best on higher time frames. And we use support and resistance for a couple things. One, support and resistance helps us determine market structure. Okay? Helps us determine trend and can help us determine entry point. So if you don't have a strategy already, support and resistance is a very good place to start because it's so basic. It's super basic. Yo, Marcus is in here. What's good, Marcus? Long time no see, brava. All right, so we're going to be backtesting support and resistance. All we're going to do when we get to these zones, we're going to buy or sell at these zones. But first, we got to mark them out. The best way to start on any chart, as you guys know, I always tell you, I go to the weekly, then the daily, and so on and so forth, because you want to get a good idea of what the market is saying in general. Okay. Now, although we don't care about what happened in 1955, it's still good to understand what price is saying. So, for example, support and resistance, I can see right off the bat right here that this is a decent level right here. Why? Because support and resistance has to have what? At least 3 touches. All right, so for those of you who don't know what I'm referring to, let me draw it out so that you can see. We have one touch right here. Okay. Move this down here. We have another touch right here. Another touch. In fact, two touches right here. You can almost count that as three, but whatever. You get the point. Another touch right here. Okay. And then this changes from being a support level to resistance. And we get one touch right there, another touch right there, and another touch right there. So this has been proven to be a very strong zone. So what that means, sorry guys, still battling this weird cold. That means that if price comes all the way, right, all the way back up to this level, let's say we're here and price comes up here, there's a good chance we should get a push down from here. Because when price was above this level, it was pushing towards the upside. Every time price touched this level here, it went up. Came back down, 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 didn't go up, rather reversed. And now that it's touching here, it's going down. It's touching here, it's going down. So we're expecting the same thing. Does that make sense? Right? So, Marcus, don't distract me. Don't distract me. Thank you, Dean. Marcus is going to make me laugh. So here we go, right? So we have three, we need at least three touches. And in this case, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on one side and 3 on the other. So this is a strong level. Now, you guys also know that the higher the time frame, the stronger that support or resistance level will be. You see what I'm saying? So this is something to keep in mind. All right, so we've looked at the weekly time frame. What we're going to do now is that we're going to go into our what they call daily or intraday time frames. And so let's go over there. Let's go to the daily. So on the daily now, we know that that zone that we just marked up is super high. Now, when we look at the daily from this angle, we can try and determine in these intra levels here between this range right here, right? Oops, sorry. Between this range right here, we're trying to figure out, let me change this real quick. We're trying to figure out other levels that are relevant to us. Because here's the thing, as strong as, bro, something is off with my trading view today. It keeps on freezing. Okay, cool. As much as price is, you know, like when it gets to this level, it's super strong. These candles are daily candles. It's going to take us forever to get up to this zone, right? So we got to look at, in the meantime, while price is getting up to this level, what can we do around here to find a level that can be a point of interest that we can use? So for example, when we look at this right now, we're not talking about trend lines today. We'll talk about that a different day. We're just looking at support and resistance. This is two ways of how people draw it. Some people use lines. So some people would say, okay, let me use this line here. Why? Because they go to the area where it has the most touches. For those of you guys who are not familiar or aren't able to read the market that well, here's a trick that you can use. If you're trying to figure out where the market is touching or moving a lot at, you can go to the line chart. When you click on the line chart, it simplifies things for you and you can get to the very points. You can say, okay, I can see here, there's exact touches right here. There's a touch right here. Right up here, price kind of comes back. There's a touch right there, right? And you can get to like more accurate like levels. Okay, so some people use lines. I use zones, okay? Because sometimes price doesn't want to respond to just a line. But why I'm showing you this is because some people, you look at their chart, they have a line right here. They have another one right here. And then they have like a final one like right here or something like that. Some people, they trade like that. I personally don't trade like that because it's too messy for me. I like to look at the main structure points and then take it from there. Speaking of main structure points, here's another thing you should consider. When it comes to support and resistance, what you're trying to do is identify turning points in the market. What's a turning point? Allow me to show you. A turning point is basically where the market changes direction. So for example, we had price from up here, right? Price went down. It was going down. It was in a nice downtrend. As soon as it got to this level right here, this was a turning point. Price began to change direction. When price got to this level, it changed direction. We went all the way down here. It changed direction. We went all the way up here. You get the point, right? You're looking for turning points. That's what you're trying to identify with support and resistance. Oh, that's right. My party shirt. Mr. Party Shirt does this. Yeah, you're right, Marcus. You're very right. Mr. Party Shirt actually uses like those lines and those zones, and like his trading is simplified in the sense of like as soon as it gets to those levels, he just goes all in and then he has all the zones marked up. Yeah, exactly, and that's what he does. You're absolutely correct. All right, so we're looking for turning points in the market. Sorry, guys. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we're looking for turning points in the market. So you can see here, you know what I mean? Like I've kind of already done it, but we got to here, then we got to here, and then we eventually got to here. All right. So when you're marking up support and resistance, this is what you're trying to do. You're trying to find let me type it out here, a common area, zone. Let me not put comma. Area slash zone slash price point, right? Where the market is reacting to. That's what you're looking for. So in this case, when we look at support and resistance, we can already see here that up here where we marked up was already an important one. But down here, what can we find? Well, if I look down here, I can see right here that in this area right here, the way I said, excuse me, the way I said in this area reminds me of that meme where the guy was like, in the beginning. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but if you haven't seen it, you should check it out. It's hilarious. All right, so in this area, we can see that price has touched this zone quite a couple times, and this gives us quite the confidence to know that, okay, this could also be used as a potential support slash resistance level. All right, so let me just get rid of these real quick, and let's start marking up. So we have one touch here. You can also count these mini ones right here. You don't have to, but we have one touch here, one touch here. We have another touch right here. It kind of violated the zone, but it's still a touch into the zone. Then we have another touch here. Then we have price going down, coming back up. Okay, eventually we have another touch to push up to the downside, another touch here, and then prices come. So this is another zone. Okay, this is another zone. That's like trading in between ranges. Absolutely, it can be like that, right? It could be like trading between ranges because, for example, this is a very tight range, so you could be trading between this. But support and resistance isn't always like that either, because sometimes the same level that was support can turn into resistance. The same level that was resistance can turn into support. So that can also depend. But I get what you're saying, Fauci. Love it. Marcus Agent says speedy recovery. Thank you, all of you guys. Dean said it as well. All of you guys who said, I think Adib said it as well, who wished me a speedy recovery. Thank you guys. It's the recovering is happening. The speedy part is the problem. So shout out to all of you guys. Thank you very much. So in this point here, we have this level that we can look at on the daily. So now we have up here, we have up here. Now, the other thing I don't like about support and resistance is that depending on how many zones you mark up, it can make it messy, but that's within your control too. You don't need to mark up every single level. You just have to go between the charts and figure out which zones are very probable, especially for the trade that you're taking for the day. So I'll show you what I mean. So now we're on the 4 hour, right? Waiting for my trading view to load. Okay, so now we're on the 4 hour. On the 4 hour here, I don't really have to look at all the stuff that we just looked at down here. That's irrelevant to me. All the stuff down here, I don't really care about. What I got to look at over here is within the last couple days. This is November 27th. This is November 27th of 2023. And this is November 4th of 2024. Within the last year, you can clearly see right here that price has been using this zone as a very strong zone. Okay, so now that price is around this level, this will give me a good indication for the day. Because price keeps coming into these levels, pushing down or breaking above and pushing up, this is the next level that I can look at. You see what I'm saying? What's good, Yolomi? What's good? All right, so this is what support and resistance is simply for. Support and resistance is different from trend lines. If we were drawing a trend line, we can draw something like this. Okay, to just kind of like give us a point of direction or whatever. But long story short, support and resistance is to help us find out the turning point in the market. So over here, not to add these things again, but over here you can clearly see that price, when it gets to this area here, when price gets to this level here, it has a turning point. When it got to this level here, turning point. When it got to this level here, turning point. When it got to this level here, turning point. You see what I'm saying? You see the system. And now the same level could possibly be used as support. So we had strong resistance here, and now we're anticipating that as support. So if we do our analysis and our bias is bullish for the day, we're looking for buys, this can be an area that we can enter to take a trade. You see what I'm saying? 90% likes who's an intruder. Oh, Yolomi, don't worry about it. People, what they want me to do is say, hey guys, buy my course. I'll give you a Lambo and a trip to Dubai. I ain't got Lambos or trips to Dubai. And if I did, I wouldn't give it to you. All right. Learn this stuff for yourself, trade for yourself. And plus also people just like things and people are weird. You'll see videos where like you'll watch the videos of very positive video and people still dislike. It's like, you don't want to be happy. So Yulomi, don't worry about it. As long as the family's in here, is 11 people in here, I'm assuming at least 10 of them are from the foreign money family. So we good, Yulomi. Don't stress yourself. All right, so for support and resistance over here, you can see that at this point, we can now assume, right, because of the fact that all these touches has shown us this is a strong level, that there's a good chance that when price gets to this level, it might do this. So that's basically it for support and resistance. You're just trying to catch the turning parts in the market, and some people have turned this into a strategy. For example, when you get here, some people would like to buy, okay, to take it to the next zone or the next high. And other people, if it blows past it, it would they would like to sell. So if it goes below here, they'd like to sell, maybe put their stops there, so on and so forth. That's basically it. So if you guys, Ebor Faith, okay, hold on, this was Deeb is laughing. See you soon, Slick Rick. Oh, is Slick Rick gone? Slick Rick gone. If you're gone, have a great day, brother. Glad to have you here. Edobor Faith. Okay, that name, you have to be from Nigeria. You have to be from Nigeria. Shout out to all my Nigerians on here. That name sounds like you're from Nigeria. All right, so anyhow, so that's basically the whole point of support and resistance. And here's the thing with support and resistance. A lot of people don't like it because they think, we'll rewatch your live later. Got to get back to graft. Keep up the good work. It's helping a lot of us. Slick Rick, I appreciate that comment. God bless you. Wish you all the best and best of luck in what you're doing. And yes, of course, you can rewatch. I hope to see you on the next stream, which will be Tuesday. All right, have a good day, brother. A lot of people don't like support and resistance because support and resistance isn't sexy. This is what people want to hear. People want to hear that when you get to this level, the banks are, manipulating the candles and forming a super, like they want to hear fancy things and have more confidence. But support and resistance, to be honest with you guys, even though I don't trade it, it's very good for finding turning points in the market, and it can help you with your bias. So for example, if I come to the market, I look at the 4 hour and I say, okay, technically, you know what I mean? In terms of market structure, we had higher highs, higher lows, higher high. Now we kind of have a lower low. So this could be the beginning of the end. This could be actually a reversal. At the same time, if I was just looking at it objectively, I could say, well, technically we haven't broken this low right here, which could be what you're looking at as like the next low to break, right? And so you could say, all right, well, this is a strong level where technically maybe still bullish, and you can use that as your bias. Okay, if you don't have a strategy, you might want to start out with support and resistance. It'll at least give you fundamentals in terms of how to trade in terms of direction. The second thing is this as well. If you guys are having trouble determining the trend of the day or which direction you should go, look at support and resistance because it can give you better understanding with market direction. And here's what I mean by that. Let me get rid of this real quick. Holy Ghost fire, Marcus. Bro, your mouse is in the chart and it's not moving. Oh, shoot. Is it frozen? Bro, that's crazy. Oh, what is up, Marcus? The chart is stuck. Yeah, the chart is stuck. Bro, I don't know what's going on with my streams. We went from having really crisp streams to having this like what do I even call this? All right, guys, 1 second. Let me try and refresh this. Let me try and refresh this real quick. Okay, is that better? Can you guys see it now? I think so. I think it's moving now, right? So as I was saying earlier, if you want to determine the trend of the day, you're trying to figure out how to, which direction to go. Support and resistance is great for finding out the direction. And I'll tell you why. Here's an example. For those of you guys who don't know how to determine market structure, okay? When price is moving in an uptrend, price goes like this. Okay? When price is moving in a downtrend, price does this. Okay, so I'm gonna make this red for a downtrend, make this blue for an uptrend. Let me just do this. Let me mark it out here real quick for you guys. I gotta explain this to you guys real quick. Downtrend, okay, and then we have, oops, and my keyboard's off. Nice, there we go. And uptrend, okay. Market support and resistance will help you. If you guys don't know how to trade yet, or you're having a hard time with the direction, let me see. Good observation, Adib. We didn't see anything for 2 minutes. It's cool now at 4 morning. Perfect. Thank you. So yeah, if you don't know market direction, this helps you a lot. Now, when it comes to stuff like this, let me mark this out for you guys as well. We're going to put higher high. I'm sorry. We're going to say higher low. And we're going to say higher high. Okay. I got to do this very basic for you guys, so you guys understand. Higher low, higher high. In fact, let me just do this. Higher high, higher high. And then higher low. Okay. And then on this side, you have what they call lower high. And then lower low. All right. My fault. And then lower high right here. Okay, cool. So this is, guys, this is very, very important. Okay. So we have a bunch of higher highs and higher lows. All right. What happens when price is going up, giving us a higher high? Okay. It gives us a higher low right here, then a lower high and a lower low, right? It's obvious that market is changing direction. And the reason you can determine this is by using support and resistance. Some people can't see or read price action when it's forming. So support and resistance is a great way. Why? Because this is what's happening. When price is following market structure, when it creates a high, a high and a higher low, that higher low is supposed to bounce off of the previous high, and it's supposed to keep doing this. Okay? It's supposed to continue this pattern. It's supposed to keep giving you higher highs, higher lows, and it's supposed to move like this. Now, this is not textbook, as in like the market doesn't actually move like this, but you get the picture. What is going on here? Okay. You get the picture, right? Where price is supposed to do this. What happens is that if price starts breaking, move this over real quick. If price starts breaking this level, like what's happening here, this can tell you, oh shoot, we had support, price was wrapped in here, went up, came back down, went up, but now it's breaking below. This support level turns into resistance. Okay? It's very important to know. This is one way that you can determine the trend. Okay, bro, in the bullish market, for it to have a break of structure, does it have to break a higher low, or can we consider a break of structure? Bro, that's, to be honest with you, Adib, this is a complex topic. I'll give you a short answer soon. But you guys, I find out that a lot of people actually don't even know what a break of structure is or how to read it. So not to confuse this session, I'm going to finish what I'm doing. I'm going to come back to your question and show you the difference, and hopefully that'll make it clear for you. Okay, Deep? So support turned into resistance. So now you can say, okay, well, price was respecting this support level. Now it's broken this support level, and now this is a potential resistance. So if you can't tell what the market is doing, just trading support and resistance can literally help you understand market structure. So let's say, for example, guys, I come to the market. Okay, I'm going to get rid of... okay, let me just leave this on. Let's say, guys, I come to the market, right? And price is right here. Price is right in this zone right here. Price is right here. Should I be going for a buy or should I be going for a sell? This is what you have to figure out for the day. And market structure with support and resistance can help you do that. Whenever price is breaking structure, defying different support levels, different resistance, it can tell you ahead of time. Like those of you who trade with me, you know this, that we try to get in at the very tops, we try to get in at the very bottoms. And support and resistance sometimes helps us to do that. So if you're struggling with support and resistance, this is a good way that you can use this. All right. So I just want to explain this very quick. So now let's get rid of all of this. Let's get to back testing. Let's see how we can turn this into some sort of a strategy. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go down to, for me personally, I like using the 1 hour. We're going to go down to the 1 hour. And we're going to see if there's any other levels we can draw. I'm going to move this down to Monday. You guys know I trade London session. Hey, Mr. Foreign Greetings. Looks like I'm late. Nah, Victor, you good, bro. You were in here and then you hopped out, but it seems like you're back. So that's fine. That's totally fine. All right, brother. You ain't got to stress yourself. All right. Okay, perfect. So here we are. It's currently Monday at 8 o'clock. We need to find out. Let me just move this over real quick. Let's get rid of this. Let me get rid of this yellow zone. We need to find out real quick where we're going to enter. Bro, did I get rid of? Wait 1 second, guys. 1 second. I don't know why my charts are freezing, bro. This is insane. Okay, there you go. All right, so that's what happened. Boom. All right. So we're here on the 1 hour channel, the 1 hour chart. Okay. What we're trying to identify is which direction we should go into. Now, price is currently at this previous support or resistance turned into support. So that means right off the bat, we can already say, well, we might be looking for buys in this area. Okay, we're looking for buys in this area. Before we do anything else, we might be looking for buys. Now, what happens is if price breaks below this, you can do what some people do and say they turn it into a switchboard and look for sells. But we're going to get to that in a second. We're looking for buys. Okay, the reason why we're looking for buys is because we have seen that this area is strong. Whenever price comes into it, it kind of pushes down. Whenever price is above, it kind of pushes up. So in this case, we're looking for buys. Now, if we were just to trade pure support and resistance, there's a good chance we get stopped out. If you put your entry here, right, put it at the bottom of the zone and then aim for, let's say, 1 to 2, there's a good chance you would get stopped out. This is why no matter what concept you use, you need what's called an entry model. And it's not just like support and resistance, smart money concepts. You need a candlestick pattern or a candlestick itself as an entry signal. Some people, like I told you guys, trade the engulfing candle. Others trade some sort of pattern. So for example, in this case here, we're going to see what happens with price. And if price gives us some sort of volume, some sort of indication to get in, we're going to hop into the trade. My trading view is super slow. I almost want to just close this thing. All right, cool. So in this case here, price came all the way down and has broken through. We're now on to Tuesday. So we're not going to touch anything right now. We're going to wait till a next day. Remember, we're just looking at support and resistance. Here's another thing we can do as well. This is support and resistance on a bigger time frame. What about on a lower time frame? If we were trading and looking for, structure for the day, look at this area right here. Look at all the touches in this zone. This is an area of resistance. So if price reversed and went up to here, we could hold our trades, for example, and you guys will see me sometimes trade like this, especially those of you in the membership. When we trade, in fact, we took a trade like that today that I think was it a SPX or was it US 30? It was US 30 right here. Look, guys, look at this. I didn't take this trade because it's not my strategy. One of the members took a trade like this right out the breakout. We told them hold till this level. Don't go past it. Why? It's a resistance level. Price came into this resistance level, pushed straight down. Pushed straight down. Okay, support and resistance is very important. You may not trade with it, but it can still give you good direction. Nizar said wait for bullish reversal pattern. Absolutely, you can definitely wait for that. So let's see what else we can do. In the meantime, while we're waiting for that, let me just put this here. In the meantime, we're waiting for that. We could have also looked for other things down here. If we were looking for a buy, we could have said, well, there's 2 touches right here. So let's wait to see what happens at the 3rd level. Support and resistance is everywhere, and we just got to be patient. All right, so in this case here, price is going down, pushing, pushing, pushing. We're going to wait till price does one of 2 things. Either give us multiple touches or return back to a certain level. So let's see what happens here. While that's going on, I'm going to point this out. This is 1. And then let's see. All right, guys, so look at this. Support and resistance needs 3 touches. In this case here, we have about 3 touches right here. Okay, but the interesting thing here is that it's not 3 touches from the sells. It's only 2 from the sells. It only becomes 3 touches when you include a push above here, a push above here, and then a push below down there. So this is something you might want to keep in mind, but it may not be the right area. So let's keep going and see if we can find something that works out for us. I'm just trying to show you guys how this can help with market structure and all these things. So we have this level right here. Price is getting to this level. Let's see how it responds. Okay. So how I know that this is a strong area is that every time price has come into the zone, right? Price is either pushed above or pushed below. And over here, when price came back to touch here, it pushed below. Now, there's also 2 things you can look for when you're looking at a support and resistance level. You can either look for what they call the body, or you can look for the wicks, or sometimes both. Here's what I personally use. I use the one that appears the most. There's something called mean, median, and mode. I'm not going to give you a math lesson, but mode is the one that appears the most. If you have 15 numbers, the number that appears the most is the number that we consider the mode. In this case here, I'm going to look, are there more wicks touching or more bodies? In this case here, it looks like it's more wicks to me, so I'm going to pay attention to the wicks. So what that means is that if price is going downwards, right? Price is going downwards. Remember, we're following market structure. And it keeps tapping into this zone. We can anticipate that at some point we can get this. Now, I'll be 1,000% honest with you guys. Just looking at this, I can tell we might actually be reversing, but I digress. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about today. We're just looking at how to treat this. So we're here at the 1 hour, and you guys know when you mark up your support and resistance, you go down to a lower time frame, and then you look for an entry like Nizar said, like a bullish reversal pattern, or in this case, a bearish reversal pattern, okay? But for now, we're just going to look at it on the 1 hour time frame. So here we are. There's two ways you can trade this. You can either put your entry here, maybe move your, some people like to trade with like 10 pip stop loss. This would be a 20 pip stop loss, and then maybe a 1 to 2. You can do that, or you can wait for a pattern. Let's see if we get some sort of engulfing or something that helps us to get in. All right, so price is pushing. Bro, my thing is freezing, bro. This is so bad. I'm so sorry, guys. My chart is absolutely cooked. Okay, cool. Boom. So here is what we've got. We've got price tap into the zone. It didn't, and this is very important. Sometimes people see this thing right here. They see that and they start to say, oh, the zone's been violated. It's like, not necessarily. Because price closed within the resistance level, this is still a valid zone. Wicks will always be wicks. We don't know what catalyst, what factor caused price to wick up and come down. Could have been news. Could have been some fundamental macro. We're not looking at that. We're looking at how the bodies close in this case, even though the wicks are important. So in this case here, we have price pushing up in here. And now we have, let me put this on. Would this be an engulfing? Let me see. No, I don't have the indicator on. Okay. Maybe. Let's just say this was an engulfing candle, okay? Some people would then enter their trades here, stops above, maybe this area, maybe above here, whatever the case is. So for example, in this case here, let's go ahead and hit sell, okay? We don't know what's going to happen. It doesn't really matter. We can put our stops here, above here. I usually like to use the last swing point. It just gives me more, what's the word I'm looking for? More confidence. But in this case, I wouldn't like it because look how far we need price to go. Price has got to go all the way down to here to break these levels. And on a longer chart like this will take you forever. But for the sake of this example, we'll do this. We'll make this here. We'll see what happens and we'll go from there. Okay. So at this point, price starts breaking and there you go, right? If price clears this level right here, right, then we're definitely like in a good direction. Because here's the truth about trading these things, guys. When you take these kinds of trades, well, if we had put our stops just no, where would we? All right, let's go. Boom, and then above here. Yeah, we'd be already almost out. Almost out. Yeah, there you go. So almost out. But anyways, when you're right about the direction, when you're right about your trade, what will happen is that price will do exactly this. In this case here, we didn't even use my strategy. We didn't use any of my secret techniques. It's just looking at the market. Price went up, gave us a red candle. Because we're expecting it to be a strong zone, it pushed down. Now, it might reverse at this level. Why? Because we also have to consider in this level, there's also, at this level here, there's also what you call support/resistance. You can see price tapped into the zone, came back, tap, pushed down, right? So you can say, okay, I got to be careful at this area. If price gets to this area and you're one of those traders who move your stops to break even, that would be a good place to move your stops to break even. Because you know that if price can't hold this zone, can't break past it, it's going to reverse, right? Support and resistance is very basic. It's not as sexy as people want, but it's very, very effective. Okay, engulfing candle rocks. I voodooed the chart. That's why I went down. No problem, Adib. You keep voodooing the chart. All right, so let's see what ends up happening. So price gets to that level, and eventually we hit TP. You guys, look how simple this is. Did we need a CHOCH, change of character, BOS, break of structure? Did we need a BISI, SIBI? Did we need a volume profile, a VWAP? This is simple market structure. We're going in a downtrend. Price is going down. We have support and resistance at this level. We got a strong volume candle that looks like we're going down. That's it. You see what I'm saying? So if you guys don't know how to trade yet and you're looking for a basic strategy, support and resistance is a good place to start. The challenge with support and resistance is reading where to put it. As in like, should I use this level? Should I bring it down here? That's where you kind of get stuck on. But when you start to understand market structure and price, you start to realize how easy it is. And even though I don't trade nothing crazy, just simple. Absolutely, Sako. Even though I don't trade support and resistance, I mark it up every day. You can ask my members. Every day I mark up support and resistance. Why? Because I need to know where we're going. So you guys, you'll sometimes see my strategies where or my trades where you'll see that we got to a level of support. We caught it somewhere up here, wrote it down. That because even though I'm not trading that, I can understand that at this level something will happen, and if there's a gap or an order block or something I can use that to go to the downside. Support and resistance is fundamental for understanding market direction and market structure. So you guys know that when I trade, I have 3 things that make up my strategy: market direction. I say this all the time. You guys probably have it memorized. /trend. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, second thing I look for is market structure, which is what we just talked about. Okay, market structure. Third thing I look for is point of interest. So that could be support and resistance. I'll just point of interest. Okay, so that could be support and resistance, order block, gap. It could be anything. But that's basically what it comes down to. And guess what support and resistance does? Support and resistance helps me take care of the first 2. And if you're somebody who takes or trades support and resistance, guess what? Support and resistance alone, you have a full strategy. All you got to add, let me just add the 4th component. I never add this. Number 4, entry signal. Okay? Pattern or candlestick. You guys, this is what strategies are. It's that basic. You don't need to know that Neil Armstrong, at this very level, he was drinking coffee. So that none of that matters. All that matters is what Price is trying to tell you. And Price is telling you right here, right now, that whenever I get to this level, I have a reaction. And your job is to determine, right? Because trading is about one thing. My fault, guys. I can't spell, I can't type. I'm like illiterate today. I don't even know if that's correct. Probabilities. So you're trying to figure out what is the chances of price going up, the chances of price going down. Based on market trend and direction, you can see we're in a downtrend. Perfect. Okay? In this downtrend, we're creating support/resistance here. The chances are when price gets to this level, there's a good chance it's going to go down. And it did that. No more, no less. Okay, so this is how you use support and resistance. Now, to the same token, if price had broken, let me get rid of this real quick. If price had broken above this, if price had come here, done this, and then wicked up, you know what you can do? You can either buy the breakout when price is going out, or you can wait for price to retest this level, meaning when it comes back here, you get another engulfing candle, you buy. How many of you guys have traded this before? I know a lot of you have. It's one of the easiest strategies. It's one of the easiest strategies out there to trade. You simply wait. You simply wait for price to come back to the zone after breaking it. And if it gives you an entry signal, you buy. It's that simple. All right. So this is basically how you trade support and resistance. And so, yeah, so now I'm going to take questions. Now I'm going to take questions from you guys. Adib, I know you have a question about breakup structure. We'll get into that in a second. Just give me 2 minutes. I want to take the basic questions first without confusing people who are new. By the way, guys, if you're new, join the Discord. It's pinned up there. It's free. We have the best traders in there. Everybody shares their strategy and their trades for free. All right. It's the best community. I don't want to spoil the surprise, but long story short, I'm not just the one saying this. People higher up are also saying our Discord is great. So guys, keep up the good work. Fauci said, Sako said, edge can be this simple. We just live in a time of making everything fancy. It's the truth, bro. It's the truth. I can't tell you how many times, especially when I was in the live trading series, people are like, oh, what you're waiting for is a sweep of liquidity with the break of structure at the turtle soup. I don't care about turtle soup, rabbit soup, dog soup. None of those soups mean anything to me. I care about making money. You guys have so much terminology and you have more terminology in your mouth than you have dollars in your account. That's insane to me. Don't get caught up in the hype. You guys saw my last video. Toby said it was a great video. Shout out to Toby. I think he's gone. You guys, the whole point of this video is things like this. Just focus on what works. Do you think my wife, when I show my wife that I made money, you think she's going to be like, oh, wait, babe, wait. It looks here that you missed the Bissy and the Sibby. She don't even know what that means. And even if I told her, babe, I took a Bissy, she's going to be like, babe, I don't care what you said. I'm just looking at this number right here. What's that, 7 bands? We good. This is the number this is what matters at the end of the day, that number. She don't care about Bissy, Sibby, OBC, DBC, ABC, XYZ. She don't care about none of that. And neither does your bank account. Your bank account doesn't care. Prop firms don't care. As long as you're not doing no high frequency time trade, they don't care about that. As long as you're making money or losing money, that's all that matters. In fact, business, the most important thing in business is profit and loss. That's all that it is. Business is profit and loss. You can look at other factors like what's the bloodline of your business, like, you know what I mean? The supply of your business, the demand of your business. You can look at things like what's your customer acquisition, right? And things of that nature. All those things help you refine how your business performs. But business is about two things. You're in there to make money. If you're losing money, you got to fix it. It's profit and loss. If you can take the number at the top that you made and the number at the bottom that you lost, and if you spent, and if you can minus it and get a positive number, you have a good business. That's it. Trading is a business. We care about this green number. That's all. You see what I'm saying? So, my first strategy, can you also me in 4 hours? Or can you also me liquidity in 4 hours? Adib, are you joking or are you trying to be zesty again? Can you also me liquidity in 4 hours? Are you asking me to show you liquidity? Like, because that's a different topic. I won't touch liquidity today at all. I don't want to confuse people who are new. We're just doing support and resistance. I'm familiar with the concept, but I still have a hard time spotting clear. Oh, okay. So you need help with liquidity. If you notice, Adib, we did supply and demand. We're doing support and resistance. Eventually, we'll do liquidity. We'll do all the other stuff. All right. So just bear with me. But I'm going to answer your question right after this. Your question from earlier. We don't eat soup here. Adib says shiny for it. Adib, let me just say this to you as politely as I can. If you're on a live where somebody's teaching you to trade and you're staring at my forehead, don't come back on my channel. That's weird energy. Like, we're learning here to make money. You know, when we do these lives, right? People come on, message me after and be like, bro, you're dropping a lot of knowledge. Thank you for everything you shared. Since I've been watching your channel, I'm growing, making money. You're still asking me questions about stuff I've already taught because you're staring at my forehead. Stop staring at my forehead or my back or my legs or my feet. Study the charts. Stare at the charts, Adib. My goodness. And usually when you make your weird comments, I don't mind. But you said it in the video. You're saying it now, brother. You know, you're trying to move out your parents' house. You got to lock in, brother. 2025 is around the corner. You know what I'm saying? There's a time for jokes and there's a time to make money. We're trying to make money, Adib. You got to lock in. You know what I'm saying? I have no hard feelings against you. I tell everybody I always will have love for Adib. You're one of the OGs here. You're one of the first here. You support me. I don't mind your jokes. But Adib, please stop staring at my... Look, here's one last look at my forehead, Adib, just for you. Screenshot it and put it on your wall here. All right? Take this picture, put it on your wall so you can get whatever you need to get with my forehead, and then let's make some money. Alrighty? Fauci said, damn. I just said, wow, more words in your mouth than dollars in your pocket. JTX. JTX. I know you're saying the whole TD Jakes jokes and now you reversed it. That's hilarious. Mental game is more important than technicals. The soup and stews won't save you. That's also factual. One day we'll do psychology. For now, we're going to get there. Adib said, show me. Adib, I can't show you right now because, like I said, it's a different concept. You see what I'm saying? Liquidity and gaps are more advanced. Let's start with simple, clean stuff first, Adib. Exactly. We need to speak to Adib privately, bro. Lock it, Adib. Yeah, Adib, you know, it's not no hard feelings here, Adib. You know what I'm saying? I have love for you, always have love for you. But we gotta you don't have to stop joking. Fauci jokes every day. I'm not saying that, I'm just saying, like, there's a time to joke. There's sometimes something happens, we make a joke, but like literally where I'm taking questions and you're staring at my forehead. That's just weird, dog. I know how else to put it. This is weird. But anyways, be yourself, Adib. I don't want you to be yourself. The other day when we went on Discord, we all came on cam. It was lovely to see you. Even though your personality is so different from on cam to online in the chat. But it was lovely to see you. You're Adib. You make the chat what it is. I made you chat moderator for a reason. I'm just saying, bro, you got to lock in. You're asking me questions. Focus on the questions. We can joke after. That's all I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? So at this point, guys, I'm going to be taking any questions before I get to Adib's question. Adib's question was asking about break of structure. If you guys have no questions, I'm going to move into break of structure so that Adib can get his question answered. All right. Do you guys have any questions at all? I'm out of water. I need water. My throat. Guys, I've been talking so much recently. So here you can make your jokes now. I've been talking, even though I wouldn't. But anyways, I've been talking so long recently that I'm permanently getting like dry spots on my tongue. It's weird. It's weird, bro. There's literally parts of my tongue that is like, it's not getting moisturized, bro. Or is that the word? Moisturized? It's not getting... Anyways, anything I say after this is just going to sound weird. There's just dry spots on my tongue. Let me just put it that way. All right. Any questions, guys, before I get to Adib's questions? You have some great points. You gave some great points. Thank you, Fauci. Thank you very much. Any questions, guys? Because we're only doing this like once, right? We taught supply and demand yesterday, or Tuesday. I keep saying yesterday. We're doing support and resistance today. Tuesday, we're going to be doing a different concept. So, guys, ask your questions now, because just like what's happening with Adib wants to know about liquidity, and I want to show him, but that's not what we're teaching today. So when we teach liquidity, if you ask me about support and resistance, I won't give you an answer. So ask all your questions right now. Oh my God, that's called your sugar spot. Is that true? Let me Google it, because Fauci, sometimes you be taking me for a loop. Sugar spot on tongue. Bro, they're telling me I got all sorts of sicknesses because it's a bump. And are you sure, Fauci? They're telling me I got transient lingual papillitis, lie bumps. Bro, this is why I don't be Googling what's wrong with me, bro. They be telling you you're going to die next week. You got a sweet mouth. No, I don't. Bro, I cut out sugar, actually. This whole month, I'm not even eating no sugar. So, I'd Fauci pause. You guys are crazy. It's a little bump on your tongue. No, I have no bumps on my tongue. All right, guys. Okay, seems like there's no questions. I'm going to just stick to Adib's question. Adib's question, I'm going to roll back up here. Adib said, way back up here. Before he said my mouse was in the anyway. Something like that. No, Adib, I think I missed your question. Where's that? Wait, let me go back up. Okay, bro, so Adib said, bro, in the bullish market, for it to have a break of structure, does it have to break a higher low? So let's figure this out. We're in a uptrend. We're in an uptrend. All right, so this is Adib's question. We're in an uptrend. Okay, Adib is saying, when we're in a bullish trend, in order for it to have a break of structure, does it have to break a higher low? Adib, the question is absolutely yes. Okay, now here's the thing. I want to explain something here. This right here, it really depends on who you talk to, right? We're going to say this is the structure. So we had, I'm going to mark it out here for Adib. Higher high, higher low. All right, higher high, higher low. Then we have another higher high here. So when price breaks this, this is what some people refer to this as. They say it's change of character. So the question is, some people call this a break of structure. Some people call this a change of character. Okay? What's the difference? Before I explain, can anybody tell me at all, what's the difference between a change of character and a break of structure? We kind of talked about this today, so I want to see if you guys are paying attention. It's called sweet tooth, not sweet mouth. That's also true, brother. Etisang. Empower Hour, you have been missed. You have been missed. I am good, brother. How you doing? You're not going to get me to speak. When you talk to me in person, I'll speak that language. On here, people are going to be like, bro, what is this guy doing? But thank you. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing great as well. You have been missed. At NT Soccer Plays. That's what I meant. I swear to God, sweet tooth. Why are you in a robe? What activities have you been doing here? You see, guys? You see what I'm talking about? This is a weird. Anyways, I'm in a robe because it's in the morning and I'm comfortable. Happy? I've been on stream for an hour. We are talking business. Yo, you guys ever see the meme where the guy's like, we are making money and you people are sleeping? That's how I feel right now when I'm teaching stuff about making money and people are asking me about my forehead, about my robe, about show me your feet, show me your back. Yo, wilding out, bro. 2025 is around the corner. You guys don't want to make money? Oh my God. All right. Okay, change of character is a warning for a reversal. Break of structure is the confluence. Oh, okay. I like the idea, Fauci. Who else? Guys, help me out here a little bit before we get into this. What's the difference between a break of structure and a change of character? Come on, guys. In fact, let me ask Adib. Adib, since you're asking the question, do you know the difference at all? You can say yes or no. And if you do know, if you say yes, you can tell me what you think. What do you think the difference is? What's the difference? What's the difference between a change of character and a break of structure? Break of structure means it's going to trend. Okay, so this is why I ask you guys these questions. And I'm not saying Fauci is wrong because I get why he's saying these things, but that's not even the point of those things. Like, that's like if I said to you, what's support and resistance? And you said support and resistance is, what's the way that I can kind of equate it to what Fauci just said? It's like if I said support and resistance is for going up in a trend or going down in a trend. Like, you can use it for that, but that's not the actual meaning of it. You see what I'm saying? So Fauci's describing use cases for break of structure and change of character. But we need to know the difference. When I talk to a lot of you guys, especially the people who do one-on-one, I find they know a lot of terms, don't actually know what it means. And then you're like, well, no wonder you're not using the strategy right. You need to understand what this is. What's the difference between a break of structure and a change of character? All right, we've gone through this long enough. I'm done asking you guys. Let's start clearing this up. When we were here earlier, I said to you guys that if price came here and did this, what is this called? Okay, what would this be called? Price came through here and broke this. What would this be called? No, I know about. Okay, bro. BOS is breaking structure, meaning it's going to trend. Okay, so Deep said no. I know about break of structure, but I think change of character means it's giving a reversal. So this is why I'm doing this, right? So I'm seeing a lot of you guys are saying change of character means reversal because you've identified a reversal with the change of character, and you guys are not wrong. Majority of the time, a change of character is enough for you to understand price is reversing. You can hop in. Break of structure does not necessarily mean change of character. Okay, so Fauci, oh, change of character mean. Fauci, you were actually right the first time. If price, let me just move this over so it's clean. If price breaks past here, right, and goes this way, this is a break of structure and it's not a change in character. And I'll tell you why. When price came down here, we had lower highs, lower lows. Then we had a higher high, higher low, okay, then a higher high. All right, we came back down here. Technically, if we're looking at these small interim stuff, you can get like lower lows and lower highs. But at the same point, this is the last low. Okay, we now have another high, a lower high, higher high. And at the break of this point, we've just formed a higher high. So from here, when we were having lower lows and lower highs, we started to change character. The change of character happened down here. But the break of structure, even though if you're looking again on the smaller time frames, you can get break of structures in here. The real break of structure happens once we break this. This is the structure we're looking at from here. Okay, I'm not saying that this is not a break of structure. I'm saying the break of structure, this is what you consider a break of structure at number one. Number two, you can have a break of structure without a change in character. Because price was already going up and down, then that means this structure we had here, the support and resistance level that was holding this structure in place has been broken. That's a simple break of structure. That's all that it is. Change of character now would be if price was giving us higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and now we have a higher high and then a lower low, that's a change in character. Why? It means price is changing the way it's moving. In an uptrend, you're supposed to only get higher highs and higher lows. Anytime you get price breaking lows, that's changing its character. It's changing the nature of an uptrend, which signifies that we should be reversing because that starts a bullish trend, a bearish trend. You see what I'm saying? So that's the difference. So you can have breaks of structures without having a change of character. The same way you can have supply and demand with support and resistance, but just because there's supply and demand doesn't mean there's a support and resistance. You guys have to know the difference between the two so that you can understand how to use them. Okay? It's all in those swing lows and swing highs. It's a bullish market. Every little break high shows more bullishness. Then on the charge side, it just means that selling pressure is now there, hence the reversal. So also, I get what you're saying, Sako. I ran out of words. You're good. You're good. You're good. I get what you're saying, though, right? And again, what you guys are talking about, you're not all... what's good, Ranker? What's good? You guys are not wrong in a sense. It's more so you guys are focusing on how to use it as opposed to what it actually is. You see what I'm saying? For example, I don't watch ITC, but I remember one video I watched of ITC a while ago. He said... People say, because I'm going to talk about this one day, which is order blocks. If I asked you guys what an order block was, a lot of you would draw this. You'd be like, oh, this is an order block right here. This is an order block right here, whatever. He said people think an order block is just like, you know, you get a candle, opposite candle here, and then a push. He's like, that's not an order block. He said, an order block is a change in the state of price delivery. That's a big difference. That's a massive difference. So I'm saying this to say, not to say we're trading ICT because I'm saying this to say that you need to understand the differences between the terms. A change of character is not necessarily a break of structure and vice versa. You see what I'm saying? So Adib, if you are looking for in a bullish trend, if price does break structure in a bullish trend, then yes, you have a break of structure and a change of character. But I just wanted you to know the difference because sometimes you can have a change of character. I'll give you an example. If price does this, what do we have? Do we have a break of structure or a change of character? What do we have right here? Let me move this over. This was our last trade that we won. Let me move this over. Guys, we have this now. We had a high, we had a higher low, then a lower high, and then a lower low. What is this? What do we have right there? Hello at Adib's profit pat. Hey, Ranker. I don't use charge for that reason. I use, okay, buy side inefficiency, I think that is, and break of structure. Okay, cool. Adib said break of structure. Okay, let me put up a poll. Let me put up a poll. What do we have here? Break of structure? No. You know what? Let me leave it alone. I want to actually know what you guys think. I want you guys to type up. There's 8 people in here. Let's get at least 3 more people telling me what this is. What's happening here? What is happening here with price? Price. Okay, what's happening here? Sometimes I use myself. I don't use a charge after a charge. Something I use myself is that I don't use a change of character after a change of character. Why did you change the O's in those 2 words? Break in structure and break of structure. Oh, break in structure. Okay. I'll leave that alone for now because I couldn't tell what the BI. I was waiting for the other I because I thought it was a busy, but long story short, break in structure. Okay, thank you. It's a charge changing market structure. No problem. That is a change of market structure. Got you. Let's get one more answer in here, guys. One more answer. What is this? What's happening right here? Adib's already answered. Fauci's already answered. Fauci just gave us a definition that I don't know how to take. Not Fauci, sorry. Sako gave us a definition I don't know how to take. So let's get one more person. What's happening here, guys? I need you guys. This is not to embarrass anybody. We're here. The reason I'm doing this is to help you guys. I'm on here doing this to help you guys because I get a lot of these questions. It looks like a pullback. Okay, but you weren't here backup before. You weren't here. We were talking about change of character and break of structure. So if you're familiar with those 2 terms, I'm asking you what this is right here. Is this a break of structure, change of character? Like, what is this? It's an M pattern for me. Okay. So it looks like we're not going to get anybody to answer. So let me give you guys the difference, okay, between these 2. Sorry, guys. The notification's going off again. 1 second. Boom. All right. Let me explain to you guys. Change of character. Just showing lack of number. All right, Sako, you with your scientific terms, give me a second, okay? I'm gonna come back to you because you be using. You know what you remind me of? It's like when you say, "How do you make cake?" and they say you put cake in the oven and then you have cake. That's what I feel like you're doing to me right now. All right. So all jokes aside, on a serious note, guys, here's what I'm. This is the reason why I brought this up. This right here is referred to as a change of character. Okay, change of character. But this is not a break of structure. Why? In the long term of the trend, this is the recent higher low. This is inner price movement. Let me tell you guys something. Whenever you have this right here, and I've taught this already. One of these days, I'm going to teach you guys about proper market structure. Let me get rid of these two real quick. The way you can confirm price is actually breaking structure is if it breaks recent highs and recent lows. Right here, we had this high. It was broken. That turned this into a higher low. We had this high. That means in order for us to get a lower low, okay, or a higher high, price has to either break this level or it has to break this level. Because price hasn't broken this level, right now, all this noise in here is just at best a change of character, but price can still do this. And how many times have you seen that on the chart? Because in the overall trend, structure hasn't been broken. Structure is still being held. You see what I'm saying? Now you're good, Sako. I'm just pulling your legs. You're good. Okay? In the long term of things, structure is still being held. This is market structure. Price has given us higher highs, okay? And has given us higher lows. In order for us to consider a break of structure in this case, price has to break this strong recent higher low, this swing low. This stuff happening in between here, you're going to get a lower high, then a lower low. All of this can be dwindling down to come back to this level and go back up. Structure is still the same. You see what I'm saying? So that's the difference, and you guys need to know the difference. On a lower time frame, whenever we're trading, the second we see price did this one like this, we see this, even when it just wicks, we're like, oh, change of character, we want to hop in for here. And then sometimes what does price do? Price ends up doing this. Right? It happens. But I'm telling you that change of character and break of structure is not the same. And just because a character has changed doesn't mean that market structure is changing. Sometimes it's an indication that the market may be changing its behavior and might be trending towards the downside. So technically, we went from a bullish trend to a bit of a mini, this is a pullback, but if you go into a lower time frame, this would be a mini downtrend. You see what I'm saying? But in the reality, price hasn't broken structure, right? We're also Sako. It's delayed. No, it's all good. At least you're answering, not staying quiet. True. See, because we learned that wrong way and now it's glued to our brains. Yes, that's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. There's 100 million videos on YouTube from different creators. No disrespect to any of them. They're teaching what they know. But maybe if they're not teaching you correctly, maybe it's how fast or how whatever they're teaching it. I'm here to teach you today that you need to know the difference. There's a big difference between breakup, because this is why I would look at a chart and people are like, oh, I'm bearish. And I'd be like, why? Literally looking at support and resistance, we still have this level. Price is still here. This, to me, I'm still bullish. And people are like, no, I'm bearish, bro. I can see there was a change of character and a sweep of liquidity up here. Price sweep liquidity is going down. Good. Listen, we all see the charts different. It's all cool. But for me, when I look at the overall structure, this is why I'm still bullish. So yeah, Black is like, I was right, it's a pullback. Yeah, you're right, it's starting a pullback. But you know, to the I know you're just like razzing us here a little bit, but to the same point, it could have also done this. You see what I'm saying? Like this could have completely stopped and it could have done this. Could have completely done that, right? And so it just ended up being that the example worked in your favor. But all jokes aside, Baka, right? The difference between a break of structure and a change of character is right here. Just because you get a change of character doesn't mean structure has been broken. This has been broken. So the best way I can teach you guys is by using a live example. So let's go onto the charts and let's figure out how we can use this to our advantage, okay? Then a smaller time frame reversal, meaning pullback. Yeah, guys, how many times have you guys seen just the Fauci's point? So Adib, I hope that makes sense so far. If it doesn't, let me know. I'll answer your other questions. But you guys, how many times have we seen, my fault, let me move this here real quick. Yeah, there we go. How many times have you guys seen me take a trade like this? Like on my chart, I get in somewhere here, quick 1 to 2. And as soon as I hopped out the chart, price reversed. It's because I understand that we are in a short term, like we can get a little bit of a 1 to 2, but price is still bullish. I understand that. You guys need to know the difference. You see what I'm saying? So we're going to go and look at some examples so that you guys can kind of put, because here's the other thing too. I don't like when I was new, I hated watching videos where people would do this and be like, all right, guys, so go out there and best of luck. You showed me some lines. Look at the actual market. How am I supposed to apply this to that? You see what I'm saying? So, all right, Sako City's out. Take care, Sako. We'll see you on the next one. Have a great one, brother. Adib said, yes, that's perfect. And Fauci said, that's a smaller time for reversal, meaning pullback, and then shows the confusion. All right, cool. Love Sako. Take care of safety. All right, cool, guys. So before we hop out as well, I'm going to go to so let me get rid of all of this. Let me screenshot it so that I can, if you guys might ask for it, okay? You might ask for it. But I'm getting rid of all of this. All of this. So that we can focus. All right, so let's look at the chart here. At this point, we're not even gonna go anywhere new. We're just gonna follow this. We have, all right, boom. This is a higher low. Okay? This is also a higher low. This is a lower low. My fault. Okay? And now this is a lower low right here. So far, so good. Let me move this over because you can't really see it. Lower low. But you guys notice what's happening over here? What's happening? Price gave us proper structure. Up, down, up, down. It gets here and now it has this weird little thing. So at this point, if we get price doing this, have we changed structure? Have we changed character? What's happening, right? This is what we're gonna find out. So let me get rid of this. All right, cool. So let's see what happens now. In order for price, oh, I just seen something here. So charge and change in the market structure confirms the better trend reversal. Yeah, if you have both, absolutely. If you have both, then you really have confluence that the market really is reversing. Yo, fam, when you put your thumbs up, an emoji pops up like a thumbs up. Oh, for real? Like this? I think somebody just liked it. I think, because remember we had the other stream stuff connected, right? But anyways, thumbs up, see if it works. If it doesn't work, it's all good. All right, so over here, we have price giving us higher lows and lower, higher lows and lower lows, okay? Higher low, lower low. What are we expecting here? We're expecting price to break this low and give us what? A lower low. So that means that this will become a higher low. Let's see what happens. Here's the confusing part. Now, let me just say this. When we are trading, and this used to happen to me a lot in the beginning. When we're trading, we start to see this, we start getting confused. We start looking at this and say, oh, shoot, okay, lower, low, lower, high. Oh, and then as soon as price gives us maybe a candle pair, we're like, oh, we're reversing. No, you guys, all that matters right now is these 2 points. Right here and right here. That's all that matters. These 2 points, in fact, let me do this. Right here, these 2 points are all that matter. Let me do this for you guys so that you guys can understand the structure. I'm going to say, all right, this is all that matters. Those 2 points here. I'm going to put here, change this to red, change this to green. That's all that matters. Nothing else, okay? Now, if we're trading on a smaller time frame, then yes, we can start looking at what's going on in here. But for the most part, until price breaks any of these 2 points, we ain't got nothing to worry about in terms of breakup structure. So let's continue to see what the market does. All right, boom. Price now has given us a new lower low. We are blessed now. We are blessed. We now move this to here. And now we can move this to here because this has become a higher low because of this break right here. So let's continue reading the charts and see what happens. Boom, beautiful. Another lower low, okay? And now, I mean, we can kind of keep this or we can use this one now here and say this is a higher low. Now we're starting to get into the tricky parts of structure, but for the sake of this, just bear with me. All right, we have a lower low. Let's see what happens now. Oh, my fault. Okay. Let's see what happens now. Price is moving and then boom, it breaks above here. So now I can get rid of this whole that's all that matters stuff. I can get rid of that. I can get rid of you. And now this was our recent swing high. Okay, this higher low right here. Price has broken above it. So the question is this a change of character, right? Or break of structure? That's what we got to figure out. Which one is it? Change of character or break of structure? Right? How we know which one it is? Now, price skipped, but if price did not skip here, we would have a candle right here. We'd have a candle just like this. So guys, anytime you're having trouble with trying to figure out what's going on, because sometimes when price skips, you can't tell what's going on, just understand. Let me change the color here, actually. Let me see if I can get it closer to that one there. I think it's closer to, there we go. Perfect. All right. Let me, I know I'm being extra, but I just like everything to work. Oh, yeah, there we go. Perfect. So now we have this candle here. So the question is this break of structure or change of character? Fauci said change of character. What do you guys say? Let me put it in the poll. Now that's a break of structure. I'm 100% sure. All right. So Adib said, bro, I don't care what nobody says. This is 100%. All right. Let's get 2 more answers and then I'll give you guys the answer. Let's get 2 more answers in here. What do you guys think? Change of character or break of structure? Adib is locked in. Adib said, I'm 100% sure now. What do you guys think? To the rest of you who don't respond or type in the chat, are you guys watching me on TV too? I understand some of you guys watch me on TV. If I'm on TV, hi mom, hi dad. I made it. I'm on TV. Change of character or break of structure? Which one? Guys, the reason why I keep pausing and asking you guys questions is not to put you in an uncomfortable spot. When you're teaching people something, you need to make sure that they're comprehending what you're teaching. I'm trying to get you guys, even if you're unsure, to think. I need you to think about this hard. And then if you get it, praise God. If you don't, I'll help you understand what's happening. And the fact that, okay, you need a higher low to break structure. Oh, that's an interesting point. We'll hold that in our back pockets. Ranker. Higher low, sorry, not higher low. Change of character or break of structure? Baka said both. Awesome. So now we have 4 answers. Let me give you guys by definition. And I'll also do this to show you guys at my work it's a bit difficult. No, you're good. You're responding. Ranker, all of you guys have been typing. There's just sometimes you'll see like 20 people and like 5 people just talking. So that's what I was asking. But you guys are good, all right? Don't let me, I'm just pulling your foot. All right. Let me show you guys something. Oh, businessman Anthony. Wagwan, brother. He said change of character. Excellent. All right. And some people said both. Let me show you guys something. All right. We had, let me first draw it out in theory and then we're going to use it here because it's easier to understand in theory. Higher low, higher high. Sorry. Lower low, lower high. Lower low. Bro, I'm so sorry. You guys, nobody even corrected me. This is not higher low. This is a lower high. Nobody even said anything. Y'all have me just using higher lows and higher and lower lows at the same time. All right. So we have a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, low. Okay, cool. So same thing here. All right. Let me get rid of this. Let me do this again. Lower high. Sorry, lower low, lower high. Lower low, lower high. Lower low, lower high. We have what seems to be a lower low. And now we have technically a higher high. All right. So in theory, this is what we're looking at. I'm asking you guys, is this a change of character or a break of structure? Some of you guys are saying this is a break of structure. Some of you are saying it's a change of character. Here's the honest answer. This is both in this case. And let me flip the chart just so you guys can see. When you have price breaking, in this case here, now again, this one's a bit tricky because we had, I don't always count these things in between. I kind of look for where the swings are. So for me, it's this, and there's that, then there's this, and there's that. To me, the break of this is not only a change in character, but also a break of structure. Okay, in this case, we have both. Now, over here, we had, if we were to count the insides, we have price going down here, coming back up, going this. This was a change in character. When all this was happening here, this was a change in character, but it wasn't a break of structure. This is a break of structure. Okay, so I just flipped the chart to give you guys a better understanding. Excusez-moi. So now we can move this down here. Okay, so Adib, you're right. Everybody, you are basically right. So now the question is, how do we position ourselves? Do we immediately go for a buy or do we go for a sell? That's where your strategy comes in. But just off the cuff of trying to figure out how to move with the market, this is officially a break of structure and a change of character, which means what? We should be reversing. All right, let's see what ends up happening here. It's Sunday after all. Are we going to tank or are we going to continue to go up? Okay, so price, oh, I should have slowed down here. Okay, perfect. So now we have, let's start drawing this out. Now we have what we call a higher high. Okay, and this would be called what? a higher low. We're not going to count this too much because it's in between these two ranges. Okay, it's in between here and here. Oh, my fault. And here. So that's all that matters. Okay, we don't care about this stuff in between. Price then gives us another higher high. So now we move this to here. But guess what we've got here now? We've got a break of a low, which makes this a lower low. Okay? And now we've got what you call a higher low right here. So the question is, guys, what do we do? Do chart gaps show in the line chart format? They do. No, they don't. They always connect. You'll never see a gap in the line chart. I've never seen one. Let me just put it this way. I have personally never seen one. In the line chart format, they always connect. Always. All right, so guys, what do we do here? We have a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, and then a lower low, and now a lower high. What does that tell you? Now let me ask you guys another question. At this point here, do we have a break of structure or a change of character? Fauci already said break of structure. What do you guys think? You guys, this is the difference between, this is what will, you guys, I have another video coming out. You guys, it'll make some, those of you who are watching this right now, who are on this live, the next video will make way more sense and it'll help you out in terms of making your strategy better. All right. But what do we have here? This is the difference, guys. Like, people don't know how to read the chart. They are familiar with all the concepts, but basic fundamental stuff they're lacking. Michael Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, they don't have the flashiest moves, but their fundamentals are sound. This is what trading is like as well. You need to make sure that your fundamentals are sound. Ranker said, yes, this is a break of structure. Okay, we're about to go and buy this market. Okay, so Fauci's thinking differently. Got you. Adib said, I think break of structure. Okay, well, let's take a look. When we're breaking structure, we're looking at the major swings. This was the last major swing. This was the last major high right here. Okay, the last swing after that major was this. This was the last swing high. Once we broke this, this was officially, you ready? I'll delete one of these. It was officially a break of structure. The second we broke this, because of, if we were looking at these little things, a little different. But this is officially a break of structure. Now, here's one of the things I don't like about stuff like this. I really don't like price to break structure by wicking. I sometimes don't count it. I need a strong close. That gives me confidence. But if I get another high low and then a lower low, then I can say, all right, well, I mean, you know what I mean? I can look at this and say, now we might really be going down. So this is a break of structure. But it's also a change in character. Okay? So I just took that out to confuse you guys. It's both. Okay? It's both. I'll tell you why. Again, in a market trend, when we're going up, we're supposed to have higher highs, higher lows. The second we have a higher high and a lower low, that's a change of character. It doesn't matter what the session is. Swing high, swing low, intermediate, it doesn't matter. The second you see this violation, that's a change of character. In this case here, we had a higher high, but then a lower low. That's also a change in character. So it's both. All right. So in this case here, we have both. So now we have a lower low. So the question we should be asking ourselves is, and I'm just trying to test you guys' brain. Should we be buying? Should we be buying? Right? Or selling? What should we be doing, guys, in this situation? Should we be looking for buys or sells? Higher low or lower high? That's why I said I'm a buy low. Yeah, I got you. What should we be doing, guys? Should we be buying or selling? Now, I'm just piquing your brain, all right? I'm just trying to figure out what you guys are seeing, because my job is to help you guys correct that. What should we be doing here? What should we be looking for, guys? Should we be buying or selling? Okay, so we got one person saying sell. And I'm going to put here sell. Let's say equals 1. All right, and then buy. Let's see what buy says. Let's see. All right, should we be buying or selling? Well, Fauci said buy. So let's put 1 for Fauci. Ranker said wait for a pullback, then sell. Okay. Either way, you're leaning towards sells. Okay, I'm going to count you as a seller. Oh, now Fauci's saying overall trend is to sell. Fauci, which one is it? I think we should wait, and then if there's a break of structure in the lower time frame in the upside, we should buy. So Idib, essentially you're looking for buys. So I'm going to count you as a buyer as well. We have 2 buyers, 2 sellers. And Show said buy. All right, so I'm going to leave it here. You guys can still respond if you want. We have enough people answering. That's perfect. 3. Wait for a reversal confirmation. No problem. All right, so most people are saying buy. Now, I'm going to point this out. The people who are saying buy, they also said what you're saying, back up all, that they're also going to wait for either lower time frame confirmation. They're going to wait for some confirmation. Here's what we need to look at. Price came, gave us, we were supposed to be going up. Then it gave us higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and then it invalidated that, and now we're going down. We got to figure out, is this a reversal, or is this us just continuing down to the downside? Well, there's 2 things we can look at. First off, what's the overall trend? The overall trend is still down. So that's going to give us some more confluence. It's a buy. It's a He's a sell. I call the signal, right? Overall trend is a sell. So that will make us sell biased. But not only that, we have market breaking structure and changing character towards the downside. So now, even though I want you guys to hear me when I say this, even though there's a possible chance of a reversal towards the upside, your bias as a trader who is technically sound, you got to say I'm bearish until otherwise. The only way you buy, you mark up your whatever point of interest. It could be up here, a gap or something. It could be this area here. It could be there. It could be whatever. The only thing, if you're scalping like I scalp, then yeah, you can maybe say, I feel like in this area I can get a quick retracement. But long-term wise, you have no reason to look at buys. 0. Let me tell you why. Until price breaks this level right here. My fault. Until price breaks, bro, what is going on? Until price breaks this level right here, guys, we have no reason, 0 reason to look for buys. What I'm trying to teach you is not what you want the market or what you anticipate. You need to allow the market to tell you what it's doing. A lot of you guys come to the chart saying, no, bro, I'm finna buy this. I could tell. You can't tell anything. The market's not done forming. You need to allow the market to confirm to you what it wants to do. On a lower time frame, I get it. Game is game. Lower time frame, you could probably find a little reversal pattern in there. Boom. Quick 1 to 2, 1 to 3, you out. No problem. We're just looking at this on the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, you can't touch nothing. You have no right, no reason to get into a buy. 0. The market's telling you we're doing lower lows and lower highs and lower. I'm sorry. This is what's confusing me. And I keep doing it. Nobody's correcting me. And you're saying I'm going to buy. What would make you buy? What reason? Just imagine you have to explain this to your wife, your girlfriend, your husband, your partner. They're telling you, you're saying, hey, babe, the market is dropping in price, as in everybody's selling because it's a time to sell, but I feel like buying. Please explain to her how you're going to convince her. You're going to say, well, I have this feeling that price might reverse. This is not a feelings market. This is a technical market. You have to go with what the market is telling you. That is why I did not say a buy or sell. I said confirmation for reversal. 1000%. But essentially, when you say you're waiting for a confirmation for reversal, it means that your bias is leaning towards a buy. Because we can't, if we're looking for a reversal, we're expecting to go back the other way. It's already reversed to the downside again. You see what I'm saying? So that's why. And don't get me wrong, Baka, you didn't choose a side, but just of what you said, I put you in a side. Okay, so that's on me. So you're good. Okay, but in this case here, you have 0 reason to be looking for a buy. Okay, bias is still a sell. Yes, that's the whole. So guys, so I need you guys to understand something. There's a word here. It's called properties. Okay, when we think of properties, we think of things we own. Properties is also a scientific word to say characteristics of a thing. I'll give you an example. If I take a basketball and I bounce, I dribble the ball, it bounces one. Okay, I drop the ball, it bounced back into my hand. I dropped the ball, it bounced back into my hand. I dropped the ball, it bounced into my hand. Is it not safe to say that this is a bouncy basketball? That's called a property. And the property that it possesses is called elastic properties. Meaning when price or force is exerted onto that object, there's a reaction it gives. When you stretch elastics, it compresses. You see what I'm saying? And if the elastic has a compression like reversal, basically if you compress it, it'll expand. And so these are properties of the market. Market's telling you in its character right now, it's still selling. So you can't say, well, I think this. You guys ever see that video where the lady's like, gosh, my stream is. You guys ever see or traits, exactly. You guys ever see the video where the lady's like, my dog is a vegetarian? And they're like, you sure about that? She's like, oh, yeah, he's a vegetarian. I've trained him to be a vegetarian. They're like, all right, cool. Let's bring some beef. Let's bring some veggies. Let's see which one he'll choose. Bro, as the beef was coming out, the dog was already drooling. As soon as they put the plate down, the dog absolutely wiped the plate clean with beef and left the veggies. The lady, because she's vegan, wants the dog to be vegan. The dog is not vegan. The dog is a carnivore. You see what I'm saying? This is the same thing here. We want the market to reverse because you know why we want this, guys? Our minds want to buy at the bottoms and sell at the top. So you guys are coming into the market saying, boy, I sure would like to buy down here so I can hold it to up here. Your bias is ruining what the market is telling you. You see what I'm saying? Shosho said I got 2 questions. Shoot. Go ahead, Shosho. People are laughing. You see what I'm saying though? But that's the truth. This is what we're doing to the market. We're looking at the market and we're saying, even though you're telling me you want to sell, I want you to buy. Don't get me wrong. When I look at this, I see what you guys see too. But first acknowledge the bias. Then adjust. All right. Go ahead, Shosho. I'm listening. What's your questions, brother? Right? For all we know, while Shosho's asking his question, for all we know, price can completely do this, boom, and then just shoot up. This, especially if you trade indices like I do, this is a common occurrence. But that doesn't change the fact that as a trader, you have to be unbiased first, right? You have to let the market tell you. You come in with your daily bias, you're like, okay, cool, I'm looking at this, it looks like a sell, cool. But then you let the market tell you what it wants to do. That there are things that we've got to do. So Shosho, I'm ready for you when you are. Let me know what you got going on. All right. Okay. While Shosho is figuring this out, I think there's a delay. So I'm just trying to keep things moving so that the stream is not stale. Fauci, you know, I was reading something about how traders can't follow simple trends. As a retail traders, we like to go against the market because we can't. Bro, we are greedy and we are egotistical. What we're looking at when we see the market is, bro, I see this selling, but nah, bro, I'm going to catch the bottom. We're coming in with our ego. You think you're so smart that you're going to catch it at the bottom while everybody else is selling to the bottom. You see what I'm saying? Like we come with our ego. And then on top of that, because of our nature, our stubbornness, even when the market is telling us something, we don't want to accept it for what it is. Makes so much sense because retail traders look for reversals all the time, thinking we can beat the market. Bro, you said it best, Fauci. I didn't even have to comment on that. Sometimes in a bearish market structure, the market disrespects the swing high and just taps or fills a gap above that high. I could tell you how do you deal with that, bro. I can tell you, Shosho, if I'm understanding what you're saying. So I'll give you an example. You have a situation here where price literally broke above this high here, right? And tapped into this gap. Okay? And tapped into this gap. And you're asking yourself, how do you deal with that when you're like looking for a different bias or whatever? The thing is though, if you always zoom out, you can see what price was intending to do. And I'll give you another example as well. Over here, we didn't draw it, but look, if you just go down here, you can see that technically, remember I told you there has to be 2 to 3 touches for a trend. Okay, let me get rid of all these different bars so that we can see these things clearly. Okay, technically, this is what I do. You guys will see me mark it up sometimes. Look, technically, even though this hasn't happened yet, let's assume that all of this hadn't happened yet. I'm still marking this up because we had a touch right here and a touch right there. That's already told me in my brain, price might respect this level. And it turns out, this is the other thing I love about trading. It turns out the level that I marked out as support and resistance also turns out to be a gap. So now I have 2 reasons to watch out for a sell. So to be quite honest with you, I kind of saw this coming when I was looking at it, but I'm just teaching. I'm teaching you guys market structure. The same way I told you guys over here, I can see what you guys are looking at, but we have to follow the bias. That's what it is. So I'm saying this to say that if you always zoom out or look at it from a bigger picture, you can still get an idea of where price is going. Let me tell you one of the things I do when I get to the market every day. When the market is here, let me go back a bit because I can afford to go back on this one. When the market is here, you know I'm not looking at any of these gaps here. I'm looking up here. This is where most structure and price action was recently. I'm waiting. You can ask my members. We're always marking up zones and anticipating price coming back into this area. And I always tell them, guys, we're looking at two spots. It's either going to be here or it might be the one down here like this. Why? Because price also touched that. So I'd say price might come down to that zone. I wait. Oh, it looks like price didn't respect the gap. I wait for this one. Okay? When price gets to this one, I wait for it to, I wait for it to show me what it wants to show me. Okay? Boom, right there. That candle right there, or maybe a change of character, no problem. And then we end up going down. Okay? So I'm saying all this to say to you, Shosho, if you, again, allow the market to tell you, when we got to the market was selling. We should have been looking for selling opportunities. If we are, I trade gaps. You can look for gaps. Some people trade support and resistance. You can look for support and resistance, and you can mark up zones where price is coming to. Another thing I see a lot of traders doing is that, oh, price didn't come to your area. Now they're looking for another area. They're forcing the trade. Leave it. Price didn't come to your area. Trade another day. You see what I'm saying? Is a daily candle enough to day trade? It depends on your strategy. I trade on a 1 minute, so it kind of is enough. But the daily candle isn't even for my bias. The daily candle just helps me know what we're doing for the day. I look at other things, right, which I'll teach you guys about. But short answer is yes, it's enough. But it really depends on how you use the daily candle, okay? Because I can give you examples where I've gotten to the chart. That day, price is bullish, right? By the end of the day, we were bearish. It's like, what happened? You guys, let me tell you, every candle opens like this. If it's a bullish candle, it'll open up a little bit. Sorry, it'll go down a bit, then go up, and then at the end of the day, it'll retrace. Right? If it's a bearish candle, it'll go up a bit, then go all the way down. This is how most candles look like when they're opening and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? So when you are seeing a candle that's down, sometimes it's just starting. It'll later on go the other way and go to its true intent. But that's a very complex topic that I'm teaching you, and I'm not going to dive too much in that. Let's just finish this off here because I got to hop off. It's 1 o'clock. Let's finish off here real quick. So we have a lower low. Let's see what price ends up doing. All right, cool. So a lot of you guys would be like, I told you I could have bought here. No problem. Let's see what happens. Are you buying? We're looking at the 1 hour candle. Okay, so we're not assuming we're on a lower time frame. We're just watching you. We're going to see if we're going to get a 1 to 2. Let's see what ends up happening. Okay. The only place I would have gotten to this candle here is right here. After this lower low and a higher high, then I could have started looking for buys. But look what happens. This area is still strong as ever. You guys, I'm trying not to go into complex topics, but I kid you not, if you just let the charts tell you what it wants to do, you can avoid mistakes. Okay? I personally, you guys have heard me say this before. Some of you guys will show me a chart like this. Should I buy or sell now? And what would I tell you? Wait till price either breaks here or breaks there. Because other than that, you don't know what price is actually going to do. This is called being patient and waiting for a setup. Absolutely. Okay, we could have easily gotten in here, right? Maybe you guys got your confirmation entry, and now price is almost at your 1 to 2. It's most likely going to hit. You're blessed. No problem. But you know what happens when you keep thinking like this? You're going to lose the next one. And you're going to think, oh, it's just a strategy. But after you lose 4 in a row, you're going to realize you're not listening to the market. You're taking your own setup. Okay, so you just got to let the market tell you what it wants to do. We had a lower low. My fault. We had a lower low. Let me move this down. Lower low right here. Then we started getting higher lows, higher highs, all that good stuff. Okay, so you guys can tell. So up here we have price coming to this level. Again, we have news. Let's see what ends up. Oops. We have news. Let's see what ends up happening. All right, boom. Price breaks above. Last thing I'm going to teach you guys before we go, break and retest. One of the easiest things you can trade is wait for price to come back to this level. If it gives you an entry signal, you can hop in. All right. And that's that. Price didn't end up going anywhere. Price market structure is very simple. Okay. If you follow, we had a lower high. Price went down this way. We're looking for opportunities to sell. In this point here, if I go back just a little bit before I end this, just to give you guys, because I didn't really talk about this, we're looking for sells for the day, right? So what happens? So we got here. We're looking to buy. At this point, we have no reason to buy until it breaks the recent high. It broke the recent high. Good. Now we can start looking at areas to get in here. Here's a gap I could potentially use right here. There's another one I can use up here, and so on and so forth. Okay. This is where you start building your entry, because then you're guaranteed. So this is what you guys are doing. The reason why I'm catching 1 to 8s and stuff nowadays is this. You guys are entering here, maybe 1 to 2, whatever the case is, and you're trying to hold for 1 to 8, no problem. It doesn't usually go your way because you're trying to get in at the bottom. What I'm waiting for is a confirmation that price is trending. I will then hop in somewhere over here and they just keep holding this like that. That's what I'm doing. The trade we're supposed to take today, I'll show you guys right here. Where was it? This trade, like I told you guys earlier, one of my members took it. I didn't take it because it's not my setup. This trade here, I was anticipating getting in right here. I told these guys today we're going to aim, guys, for a 1 to 10 to a 1 to 12. And I want to get in here. I just couldn't get the entry that I was looking for, and we missed. But there's a reason why I can aim for stuff like this and be sure price is going here. You can ask anybody in my membership. They knew, and some of them still took it after it broke out of this consolidation area. And then they still hit TP. You see what I'm saying? There's a reason why I understand market structure really well, and I wait for price to tell me what it wants to tell me. All right. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to end the I almost said sermon. I'm going to end the session here, guys. I hope you guys learned a lot from this. Even if you don't trade support and resistance, you guys can use it to mark up structure and understand direction and things of that nature. Fauci is not in the membership. There's 4 people in there so far. Fauci's not in there right now. What's it called? I was telling them when you come to the market in the morning and you're charting up your charts and waiting for the market to get to your level, that's called being patient and waiting for sell. Got you, Fauci. What kind of sniper are you, FMGs? Bro, you know what? Here's the thing, though. I don't like... Okay, I want to say this real quick before I go. I appreciate you guys with the compliments. It doesn't, one, always work out like that. And number 2, I pride myself in being a sniper, so I really try to get those lows. But ask my members. We don't take those trades every day. We wait for specific conditions to be met. That strategy is so accurate for me in terms of not like it hits all the time. I meaning like so many things have to work out before I take that. You see what I'm saying? And so for me, in order for me to take this trade here today, I just know these trades because I've taken them so much and I see them. I told these guys, I'm like, bro, we need to get in around right here. We marked up this gap, which also happened to be at an area of support/resistance. And I just knew with the way things was going, bro, we are going to this today, and if we get in right, we're going to eat. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out, right? So there are things that I put together for that strategy that works that way. And what I'm teaching you guys, some of it is based off of that. Market structure, trend direction, these things, you need to know it and understand it, or else you're not going to be the trader that you can be. A lot of you guys, in theory, are better traders than me, but you have a lack of understanding in fundamentals. You see what I'm saying? So I hope this helps you guys. This is all for free. My members are paying for information. Now, to be fair, there are things that I haven't said to the... In fact, there's strategies I haven't showed you guys that they're trading. You see what I'm saying? So the members are getting benefits. But I'm saying all this to say that if I wanted, I could easily be like, all right, bro, if you don't pay, you ain't get no sauce. But the reason why I started this channel is to help you. Let me not say help you guys. I was also documenting my journey. But what happened is that as you guys started asking me to help you guys, that's become my main focus. So everything I do now is to help you guys. The giveaways we're doing, all of that, I'm not getting a dime from nobody. All of that is to put you guys in a better position to succeed. 2025, I want to see you guys crushing it. All right, so just know that I love you guys. I hope you guys learned a lot from this. I got to hop off. But next Tuesday will be the next one. We'll discuss a different topic. We'll backtest it. And hopefully you guys can learn from that as well. All right, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Love you guys. Best of luck in your trading, and I'll see you all tomorrow. I know there's a bit of delay, so I'm going to wait before I hit close. I'm going to wait like 30 seconds, then I'm going to end the stream. All right? Shosho says, sorry, I was AFK for a moment. You're good, Shosho. Fauci said, ooh, that was a strategy you were backtesting where you were saying on the stream like a month ago. No, Fauci, so here's the thing. That strategy, I was talking to the members about it today. That strategy is so accurate, Fauci, that I literally am able to do something like this. I can draw a line to where price is going to tap into and go down from. That's how accurate that strategy I'm still perfecting. But those strategies are the ones that I'm holding. Like if I get in here or whatever the case is, I'm holding this for I don't even have a TP. I'm just holding it for until the day's over. Like one of those. So I'm still working on that strategy. For money, been dropping gems for hours. Round of applause, guys. Thank you, Dean. Thank you. Can your strategy be translated into something mechanical for anyone that joins the membership? All my strategies are mechanical. Every single one. In fact, I had a guy that was in the Discord he built a robot, a trading bot off of my strategy. So absolutely. All right, Shosho. All right, love and safety. Peace out. Oh my God, fam. All right, so everybody's saying bye. So yeah, guys, love each and every one of you guys. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. And God willing, I will see you guys on Tuesday. Love, peace, and safety, as Fauci would say. Love, peace, and safety.